Hi beautiful souls, this is Yana and welcome to my next video. Actually, welcome to my sacred space here, place, in my 3D spaceship. I am in Florida, Gainesville, Florida, and this is where I am, and that's what I'm creating. It's my path of self-mastery and creating sacred space. Wherever I go, I am, and all is well. And so I'm so happy to reconnect with you again. Thank you so much for all your comments and your support, spiritual support, energy support. It's just so beautiful to receive all those beautiful messages. It just okay, so I'm doing good. I'm on the right path. We are all doing it. You know, we're connecting with each other. Now it's really a serious work. This is pretty much a war on consciousness that we are facing, silent civil war, and we have to stick together and do our best. And of course, I'll be again talking about and presenting my tools, like I said, all about self-mastery, creating sacred space. I'm continuing on my previous video. So welcome. My YouTube channel is Yana Sibinska. My website is yanakalai.com and my email address is kaliyana82@gmail.com. I also start presenting myself as an Ascension Energies coach and teacher, again towards self-discovery and towards pretty much creating sacred space at home, because I noticed you know, the place where you live actually represents you. It's a mirror of your psyche, of your consciousness, where you are. And you know, it's beautiful to do all these healings and buying precious stones, right, and doing all the saging, but it's very important to take care of your environment, of your surrounding. And even my goal, my intent is to create beautiful, sacred healing communities and spaces for people. I would say young generation, young veterans, children, abused, violated, you know, who went through torture, lots of suffering, to heal their aura, energy field. I am in touch also with the ETs or extraterrestrials, right? Especially now the Pleiadians, the Tachyon technology. I think this is the key for transformation, transmutation, transition to the fifth dimension, is to heal our aura, our energy field, and doing all the cleansing, clearing, purification through energy hygiene. And so that's kind of you know, like where I am. I'll just let me see, I'll be talking more about you know, my 5D project. Actually, I guess I'll be repeating, I'm just repeating myself over and over and over, but that's kind of what I feel, where I am, helping people. And I know it's a process, and I'm also in a process of finding a space near Gainesville in Ocala, Florida. I actually connected with a person who is lovingly posting my videos on his YouTube channel, and I'm sure you know it's Awakening Our Truth. So thank you, Jimmy, and see how it goes. If I find a place down there, which is like an hour away from here where I am right now, we're getting together. We start creating maybe more videos with beautiful background. He's a great editor and video producer. He also is getting deeper into a Bitcoin. So if somebody is interested to learn about the blockchain, what is it, the cryptocurrency, the new quantum financial system, Saint Germain, right? The violet flame of transmutation. I mean, the funds for people who are working on themselves, who are doing the inner work, and who are also producing or making projects that it's benefiting all, you know, those people will be sooner or later supported. I know there are lots of people struggling, but as I mentioned in my previous videos, we have to work on ourselves. The inner work is very important. The meditation, detoxing, going to nature, you know, seeing our shadow for what it is. The shadow consciousness is pretty much limiting thoughts, belief systems. It's our trauma and kind of everything we went through and we didn't forgive, because we pretty much we wrote the script for ourselves, for our lives, how we want to experience things here, because this is a platform for learning, okay, to become great teachers later on. I mean, some of them scientists, some of them you know, artists. I mean, we are all we have all kinds of gifts and talents. We are beautiful, but you know, this is a school here for us to learn many things, you know, here in this dualistic world. And we see how it did expanded our consciousness, you know, very important soul connection, consciousness expansion. But it's time to transition, because this platform and humanity consciousness was hijacked by those hybrid reptilians, right? The Dracos. I would say the fallen ones. You call them also satanists, Luciferians, pedophiles, and psychopaths, and they're in those highest places, positions, right? So that's why we have the Q movement. We have the white heads, and we are turning everything right side up. We are correcting all those things. So there'll be a unsealing of those indictments pretty soon, going publicly. I mean, things have been already happening behind the scenes, like the military tribunals, right? So who is aware, who is doing the work, we see things. There's so much stuff on YouTube and the alternative news. They're doing a wonderful job. I want to thank all of them, all of you guys who are putting the information out there. And you know, I am a person who needs to be informed. I love to be informed. You know, for me, it's very important. Knowledge is power, and you know, Yana has to be informed. That's how I roll. That's why no control, no manipulation, and no sucking energy from me, especially my sexual energy. Again, I am in charge now of my aura, of my energy field. It took me many years, and that's why I'm here to share all that with you. And I want to present, or you know, do the presentation, the 5D project with all those healing options, right? Not everything is going to work for everybody, you know what I'm saying, but kind of there is like a platform of many healing modalities, including shamanic work, energy transmission, yoga, Ayurvedic cooking, chanting, going deep within, meditating, doing sacred connections, doing energy hygiene, doing positive affirmations. And I am writing everything down, and sooner or later I will go really like deeper into all that. I would like to really do a good presentation. I would like to also summon a team of people helping me. I'm not that savvy computer techno girl. I'm more on that artistic, philosophical side. I'm so happy though that I can at least upload a video. I can do that. But to have like a computer designer and doing beautiful presentations with all these healing modalities would help me to get out of that black goo, get out of that black magic and witchcrafting, and you know, pretty much had to face everything that was coming to the surface through all these traumas, through all this abuse and violence, you know, so that I finally then reconnected with my true pure divine essence. Yeah, we are going back to the purity, to the innocence. I call upon all pieces of my soul, and I just kind of resurrected all my energy so I can feel myself again. And that's also my path, pretty much feeling myself as a multidimensional being, cosmic, galactic, and divine and even human being. We are the forerunners, or we're the pioneers. We're laying the groundwork, with this new cosmic DNA, ET DNA for others. And we are the examples, those who are channeling the energy of the fifth dimension and even higher. For me, is the energies of Lemuria. That's the key, which is the divine feminine energy, the goddess energy in purity, in beauty, of innocence, wisdom, and perfect knowledge and intelligence that comes from connection with your soul, and you're guided by your Holy Spirit. You're one with Spirit. So let me then go over some notes, especially what I want to present has to do with my project, with my mission. And I feel like doing those videos, we're all being monitored, that, and there's this surveillance going on, and the good guys and the bad guys, right? And they pretty much read whatever is in their consciousness. I mean, this is my story. This is how I feel, that the good guys, watching us, monitoring us, where we are, because I am being trained also here on this plane. Everything that happened to me, they pretty much reconstructed my DNA skin suit and my physical body and my aura, my energy field. I guess I was able to do it, and I know we are still in the connection, cosmic connection that I have with those galactic ones, with the Galactic Q members, the extraterrestrials, they're who are helping with this transition and bringing everything right side up. So that's why there'll be so much chaos and kind of confusion going on, because all the darkness needs to come up to the surface, and I'm part of it. Like my strong energies, my light body are doing that. Wherever I go, people start feeling or projecting things, and it's very important to then do our shadow work, because no more lashing out. If there is something that is triggering us, we need to do the work. We cannot take away anybody's lessons. We have to learn our lessons, and it is the same for everybody. We're here on the same boat. We all have to do it, but also we are here to help each other, support each other, be for each other, those who are on a path of ascension, of enlightenment, of self-mastery, and being of great world service. So let me see. So there'll be like there'll be like 4 classes, and that I want to introduce to people, whether you call them lectures, seminars, and it's going to be all focusing on mental balancing. And that will also include the yoga philosophy with their 8 steps. I call them steps. I don't call them limbs, even though those steps are interconnected. And I see how people's mind, there's some people who have more emotional body, who are more emotional, and there are some people who are more mental. So again, I feel like there is lots of judgments for people that they're coming from that emotional place, that we, the mental people, have no feelings, and that's not true. So it's very important, again, check your thoughts and your feelings, what you're projecting, because we have different psychology, we have different even biochemistry. Those who are really working with those highest places and bringing the highest timeline and the light here, we have different even enzymes, we have different proteins, and actually that's the way how you can free yourself from all this old DNA that you downloaded from your parents who were not even your soul family. And that's kind of what happened to me, right? Like I said, I was born to this family, and pretty much just to get my DNA skin suit technology. Because my soul, it belongs to God. Like I said, me and God are one. And so if somebody again is coming from that point of darkness to control, to manipulate, to tell me what to do from that negative side, no thank you. And I would say we're now at the point where we see who is who. We see what people are choosing, what kind of timelines, what kind of work, what kind of thoughts, what we are creating, right? People also think like we do nothing. Those who kind of are meditating or going to nature don't understand the vibrational work that we go way up there. And it's not easy to bring all these energies down here, and at the same time doing like basic stuff and still looking for a 3D job. Hopefully soon is going to be fourth density. People just wanna just do something that still uplifts me so I can uplift others. But my passion is going to be working on my project, doing videos, and just connecting with like-minded people, heart-centered people, so we can start creating communities, and that can spread out. So this is all going to be the first part, the mental balancing, right, and focusing, where I will involve the yoga philosophy. And it's always very important to be in your heart. How do you purify your mind? It's only when you are also opening your heart to your soul. Remember, your heart belongs to your soul. Because the soul is, the heart is a gateway to the divine, right? We have the also the higher heart that comes from the Lemurian ages, right? The sacred heart that connects you to your sacred mind. That's why when I talk about mind, I don't talk about the limited human ego, negative ego mind. That needs to be ejected, right? Like a CD from a record player, or it needs to be transformed, transmuted through chanting, mantra chanting, where the, let me see, where did I put my beads? Right here. See, I have everything here. Like, this is like an altar here, and I just have to do what I gotta do. This is where I am right now. And remember, there are 108 beats. Okay, it's a sacred number, and the rishis, sages, Himalayan mountains, they know why is it 108. I'm very connected to that kind of lineage. Actually, Shiva Bala Yogi, is it Maharaj? I think it's Shiva Bala Yogi Maharaj. He is the one, when he was at the age of 12, he embodied the Shiva energy, right? I'm very much connected to Shiva, to warrior. He's the destructor of the negativity. And this is one of the incarnation of Babaji. Right here. Also, Paramasa Yogananda comes to my mind very often, especially when I was meditating, also helping me with this project, because I do have a passion for the ancient science of yoga and Ayurveda from that original standpoint. How it was kind of downloaded through the Blue Starborn, right? That came here 6,000 or 9,000 years ago on Vimana, on that spaceship, and then they were teaching people, right? The knowledge spread out, but look what happened when the consciousness of humanity was dumbed down, was hijacked, and the originality pretty much got away, because the psychos, the reptilians, right, with their negative alien agenda, they just deceive, they trick humanity, and so many people became victims of all the falseness and abuse and violence. And so many people, they are lost and confused, they are disconnected from God, from source, and there are all kinds of drugs, right? They have addiction, even watching TV. People don't realize they have chips. They're being chipped, they're being programmed by watching all kinds of crazy movies. And it is sad, drinking, of course, yeah, it's there, and then food, we'll go back to it. I just first want to talk about the mental stuff, how we'll purify our mind through chanting, right? Like I said, here we go. Here's my mantra beats, bija, each beats doing bija mantra. It can be, we can start with Om, or me as a Shiva girl, I would do the Om Namah Shivaya, right? Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So that's how I would kind of teach that. It's all about expanding our consciousness. And yeah, I will be presenting techniques on awakening people's mind and pretty much take them to new frequencies, because also me with my aura, with my energy field, we are DNA activators, light code carriers, and we work multidimensionally, we work vibrationally. And yeah, it's very important to rewire your subconscious mind, right? That's a million times more powerful than the conscious mind, through all this programming and conditioning, like, you know, we don't deserve, and you know, we suck, and I don't know. That's why we have to walk in those 5D energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude. I mean, in those energies, in order to transform all that, to transition into those higher dimensions. Don't forget, we can also call upon our star family, galactic family in the inner earth, the Agartha network, that they resurrected the Lemurian energies, because they were galactic wars going on during the Lemurian times and Atlantean times. So very important to dissolve all kinds of blockages and dogmas, right, from your mind, from that subconscious mind. And that's how we can exit the 3D matrix of artificial intelligence. And we talk about the energy hygiene, of course. That will be the energy hygiene. We'll talk about energy centers like chakras, cleansing and clearing, purification. That's going to be like part number 2. And well, pretty much it's all connected. So we'll see how I'm going to do all the classes and seminars and presentations, see how everything unfolds. I'm just trying to make some order and some kind of system, you know, in what I do, what I want to teach, and how I want to teach it. And so it's experiential, it's visual, but there has to be also sound with some kind of music, and of course good energy, sacred space, right? It's the most important thing. Just walking in an energy, you know, that is really high, being in a sacred space, whether it's at home or your room or just your altar, it changes your energy immediately. You can reconnect with your soul, with your true essence. You call upon your angels, your galactic team, your star family, your guides, and of course it's so important to go to Mother Nature. Oh yeah, and reconnect with her, with the crystal core of Mother Earth. Look what I've got here. It's actually beet sugar. It's sweet. It looks like crystal, but it's I got it from people. They're from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. It's Russia, right, close to China. And it was just like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's just sugar, beet sugar. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. That's beautiful. So yeah, so there'll be like I said, rewiring the subconscious mind. We'll make sure we make our mind strong, our mental system very strong. How are we going to do that? Through all these rewiring, reprogramming, and then the energy hygiene. So the next one will be all about cleansing, clearing your aura, your energy field, and we talk about the decalcification of your pineal gland, drinking distal water. I know it used to be structured water, but Marina Jacobi, you can check her out. She talks about the distal water, why distal water, and her detox protocol, and also her quantum manifestation protocol. Everything is for free. You can go on her website, marinajacobi.com, and download her free books on harmonic reactor. And there's another book, I forgot the name. Anyway, so eating organic, the food, yes, to me, having pure ingredients and having simple food, being on the sun, absorbing the energy from the sun, not becoming breatharian from the very beginning. To me, that takes time. It's a practice. Marina Jacobi talks about it as well. You can check her out. But for me, it's like very important to eat like a healthy, organic, now vegan diet, full of pure fruits and vegetables, of course organic or straight from the garden. It has its chi, it has its prana, it has its energy. It was planted with love, so we can harvest it also with appreciation, with gratitude. And there's so much energy from Mother Earth and coming from it, and she's goddess, right? She heals, she transforms. We are here on this planet, you know, we're the stewards, right? We are the guardians, we are taking care of her. That's our duty, that's why we are here. So, and the recycling thing, I wish, you know, I hopefully we'll see how everything goes, because you know, every job is going to be important in this transitioning process. Like, even though the recycling, making sure people have passion for recycling, what is plastic, what is glass, what is paper, you know what I'm saying, having some beautiful technology for all that, so there is no trash. And you know, all the compost, right, where people have leftovers, hopefully no more throwing out food. There is going to be a place where people will pretty much return the food back to nature. Okay, and I know lots of people are doing composting, and there is even like a bathroom or toilet, right, has these composting abilities. And you know, I am kind of not a farmer expert, I don't know, and scientist, I really don't know how that exactly functions, the carbon dioxide, right, what the soil needs. Also the soil, of course, soil needs to be resurrected. Now we have the ETs, the galactic extraterrestrials, they're stopping the chemtrails, the rains got lots of crystals, the silicon dioxide, so that's cleansing the soil, the earth, so that's beautiful. So that is already happening. We also talk about taking the zeolite and doing Epsom salt bath. I used to take colloidal silver. I am also all about the essential oils. I love smell, and also saging, and working with crystals, especially gemstones that help you also cleanse your aura energy field. I don't have my calcite here, but you know, when you buy 2 sticks of calcite, holding them in both hands and just kind of being in nature and just facing the sun and just feeling the detoxing kind of process going through you, so you can then embody the new energy. You know, it's like you cannot destroy anything, you know, everything is transformed, you know. That's how the universe works, you know. And we are working with the violet flame of transformation, transmutation. I forgot my purple plate to present, but here's this beautiful color I can present you. See the violet, there are all kinds of types of violet. Of course, you know, we have to protect yourself as well. I already showed all these organite pyramids, right? I love the turquoise. I have mine right here around neck. And for claiming our power back, you know, and for healing, do you see the pyramid malachite? I love this stone. I was like looking for it, where is it, and I finally found it. Solar plexus is right below your heart chakra. It's very important to feel your power, the power of your soul, not the power of the negative ego that was kind of constructed and implemented to us through the reptilian agenda, the negative alien agenda through those hybrid reptilians. No. It's all about now soul connection, consciousness expansion. That's why it's SOS, right? We need to transform the negative ego, okay? Like the skull. To me, the secret societies were those enlightened people who were meeting secretly, right? So the not illuminated people just kind of wouldn't be under that after them after them. And you know, that's they were spreading this kind of knowledge of mystica, of sacredness, with sacred symbology, and it does require inner work. Like I said in my previous videos, those Soviet or Nazi scientists, trying to kind of copy those mystics and yogi sages of the Himalayan mountains, not doing the inner work, and being disconnected from God, from source. They're only perverting it with their reversal technology and just making nonsense out of it. And because some people are not educated, they don't know, just people are absorbing it and they think it's true, but it's not. So also my videos are for advanced souls. They are for light workers and star seeds and indigo warriors and empaths and sensitives and crystal children, people who work with energies, what I'm saying. And my projects and just kind of being of service, who I really want to help is the young generation or children and young veterans, because I know how it feels to be abandoned, how family doesn't understand you, how family kind of kicks you out of the home and house, how everybody's gossiping and saying bad stories about you, which is called black magic, right? And and then being around military people, and that was my ex-husband who joined SWAT and then military, and being overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan, and then the energy how starts changing even in the home and house and around me, around him, with all these interesting vaccinations where they get you like a big body that it thinks it looks sexy, but they're disconnecting you from God, from source. That's the military of the negative faction. Okay, so I have all kinds of experiences, so we can even talk about that if somebody is interested. You can give me questions. Maybe I'll start having some interviews down there in Ocala, and see how things are unfolding, what will come out of it, and the teachings. I know I'm at the very beginning stage, but I want to bring everything together and have it as a manual, and also build schools and healing centers, and so we can all peacefully and with joy transform and go to those beautiful higher dimensions. So yes, so with the energy hygiene also, we'll be working with cosmic rays of creation. We already talked about the resurrection flame, which is the golden color. Yeah, very important now with the currency is to store some gold, and I love platinum and silver, so we'll be working with those energies as well. Like for example, the color green. I love color green. Archangel Raphael and Mother Mary are part of that green ray, and it's all about abundance and healing, right? And that's how the teachings go from the esoteric world. Like for example, if I wanna I need some transformation, I need to get out of that negative situation, I invoke the violet flame of transformation, transmutation. If I want to feel love, right, I imagine myself and the person in a pink color. So it's like working with colors, working with imagination, which is the right side of the brain, which is the divine feminine, which is the transcending, and always the goal is to bring even the mind into balance through unifying the right side of the brain with the left side of the brain, like we were talking about the divine masculine with the divine feminine, bringing it into balance together so that the inner child, the joy of the inner child can be reborn, and that's how we co-create heaven on earth. So let me see, with the sound bath healing that I experienced in upstate New York, it was amazing, with crystal balls, with gongs that will also help you to purify your aura, your energy field, get you centered. Remember, it always comes with the other opposite side, which is you're going through, you start experiencing also negative thoughts, or those trauma, the energies are surfacing, they're coming to the surface. You have to embrace them, you have to acknowledge them, and you transform them through your heart through forgiveness and being compassionate. Very important is self-love and is self-care. I also want to have some stores, some shops where there'll be everything that you need for cleansing your aura, your energy field, all kinds of products, right? And so you can transform, and you can have again beautiful energy field with your powerful astral shield. We as a warriors, we need to still protect ourselves, because being on that warrior path, this is what it is. This is how we are built, that's how we are, okay? And especially like I am on that 7th ray of those cosmic rays, which is the transformation. I am a transformer, so I'm not a person everything is love, great. I mean, whatever needs to be transformed, it's going to be transformed, because I also am under the divine will, which is the blue flame. That's the first ray of cosmic rays of creation, and that's El Moria. And I'm sure there are other like Archangel Michael as well, with his blue flame sword. So we are very strict, galactic commanders. They're extremely strict. It's and we work with the law of one, the universal law, especially those in Galactic Federation. I mean, those who are commanders, and hopefully here this is going to be brought into attention. If you want to be a high rank military officers, it is what it is. You have to follow the rules of God, and that's it. But remember, the God is within you, okay? So the divine spark, it's embedded within us. It's in our inner technology. This is like the bio-quantum computer crystal technology, okay? And it depends how evolved we are, or not evolve, or where we still need to evolve. Those will be our gifts and abilities, whether to heal ourselves or then help others and be of service. So, and there is like not less or more, it's just kind of everybody's got their own gifts and talents, and varieties. We learn from somebody who's different, right? Thank you for showing me the difference. We're all unique. That's all I wanted to say. We're all unique, and at the same time we're all equal. And then we have creating the sacred space at home. So this is going to be with all these spiritual healing tools, and pyramids and crystals and tachyon technology. And we have the healing chambers now, the tachyon technology, and it used to be in Lemuria, Atlantis. A sacred art, a sacred geometry, yantras. Those are beautiful symbology that is coming from rishis, sages of the Himalayan mountains. Just being in the presence of those beautiful spiritual tools, there is a shift in your aura, in your energy field, in your consciousness. And of course also practicing yoga, like the physical postures. That's it makes your body stronger, healthier, but you're also able to release all kinds of limitations from your astral field. And remember, the astral field of humanity and of Mother Earth is being extremely polluted and perverted and damaged because of all the negative forces, the negative aliens with their negative alien agenda. They were trying to make humans robots and be under their control, so they took humanity as their slaves. And so we, the Galactics, or the ground crew here, those who come here from higher dimensions, volunteer soul, we are trying, already happened, right? We are bringing everything right side up. We are doing lots of corrections. So many corrections have to be made, but also with my videos and sharing my consciousness, I want to bring it into, from that unconsciousness into consciousness. I want to bring it to people who are ready to hear the message, who are connecting with their soul, that they will receive consciousness expansion plus DNA activation, so their aura, their energy field start transforming, and they can feel lighter and better as long as they also do the inner work. So, and of course, I also specialize on cooking. I love Ayurvedic cuisine. We'll talk about also food combining and cooking with ghee. That's what helped me tremendously when I was practicing some of the Ayurveda cleansing methods like Abhyanga, self-massage with sesame oil. And then when I was making khichdi, that's mung beans, basmati rice with ghee and cumin seeds and Celtic salt. Is it Celtic salt? Yes, or Himalayan salt. It's just amazing how just some simple yoga, Ayurveda cleansing techniques help me to alleviate all this horrible pain and all this horrible suffering and all this damage that was done to me by the negative action of the MIC, of the military, with their reversal technology, because I had lots of holes in my aura energy field. Also, don't forget that eating white sugar creates a hole in your energy field. So I cut out the white sugar. I know whenever I have a little bit of taste of white sugar, I immediately feel it. My body goes into shock. That's how now that's how trained I am. That's how sensitive I am. And just read the labels. It's unbelievable. The white sugar is everywhere. The white flour, that lowers your frequency vibration. Also drinking sodas, right? Again, there is no judgment in it, but the food industry, they did. I would say whether horrible or just great job how to damage the health of humanity. And then people have all kinds of insurance, right? And they don't even like get it or understand. Just look what you're eating, what you're bringing into your into your body. It's pretty much a pure poison. Please change your diet. Start reading labels. All these ingredients. I talk about pure ingredients. It's everything organic, kind of coming from nature. Simplify your diet. Start doing breathing exercises, going to nature, and just do some chanting, singing to rewire your subconscious mind. And that requires lots of discipline. That's why I love the yoga philosophy. Like I mentioned. Like my first class will be the mental focusing, right, and balancing, about yoga philosophy, yoga discipline, those 8 steps. It's going to be lots of work, and that's why I'm hoping I can start it somewhere, somehow, with somebody, doing more videos, doing more teaching, so then we can create a sacred space, and we have a building or some studio where people can come and rejuvenate and start feeling their true divine presence. Yeah, because we are creating heaven on earth, the 5D paradigm. The shift is happening, and we are the prototypes for the new divine human beings. Okay, and so we can join the galactic team and fly in a spaceship, whether you dematerialize yourself, materialize yourself, do bilocation, time travel, and pretty much travel the entire universe. It's nothing new under the sun. Those things been happening here, I guess, for millions of years, but then with all these wars going on, we decreased the consciousness, right? And we fell into this underworld. So it's time to wake up. Here's this awakening, right? Awakening your truth. You can check that YouTube channel. There's a shift in consciousness, and I'm so happy that so many of us light workers and star seeds and star warriors and sensitives, those beautiful souls, are getting together and doing the work, because time is now. And of course, I will see how things go with these the quantum financial system. I have the heaven banknote. Let's do you see? Is it coming? It's all upon us. It's all upon us. Are we raising the frequency vibration? Are we responsible? Are we watching our thoughts and feelings and emotions? Are we getting together? Are we doing the inner work? Are we meditating? You know what I'm saying? It's all upon us. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like some of it. I'm still kind of in a transitioning process. Like you see, this is right now my sacred space, and just kind of putting the energy out there. Thank you so much for your support, and for your loving thoughts. I am sending my love back to you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, you take care. Many blessings, and namaste. This is Yana. Bye bye.